Back in May, a panel of judges awarded the Archibald Prize, but now the punters have had their chance to decide. The 2022 People's Choice was announced today, going to Jeremy Eden for his portrait of actor Samuel Johnson. They both bonded over the shared experience of losing close family members to cancer, and the painting captures both of their stories. Well, Samuel joins us now from Melbourne, and Jeremy is in the studio with me too. Jeremy, let's just start with you. Tell us about this piece. This is pretty big.
Yeah, thank you. It was pretty incredible to find out today. This one, it was a big painting. It took me about 10 weeks, I think, working Monday to Friday for about 6 hours a day to get it done, and I think it came out pretty well.
And why did you want to paint Sam Johnson? Obviously he's an outstanding individual over here, but there must be a little bit more personal than that.
Absolutely. So there was a big reason I wanted to paint Sam. Sam does incredible work with his charity Love Your Sister. It's raising money to essentially vanquish cancer. And I lost Mum, that's about 10 years ago, to cancer, and it was a terrible time. And just following all the work that Sam's done, I just really wanted to connect with Sam, and reached out and told him my idea, and I wanted to sort of tell both of our stories together. And thankfully he agreed to do it, and I think it's all the better for it.
So you're both in different states. How did you make this work?
A couple of Zoom calls, a couple of phone calls, and then ended up flying down to Melbourne, and Sam welcomed me into his home, and we had a really nice day together, and pretty much took a whole bunch of photos and did some drawings, came home and worked it out.
So from an artist's perspective, was that quite difficult to do?
I like to work from photos because the work that I do, because it takes 10 weeks to do, it's hard to have Sam sitting in my studio for that long. So get to know him, get to know what he's about, and then try and translate that the best I can through the painting.
Sam, this is an incredible piece. Was this something that you'd ever envisaged doing? You've done a few things in your life.
I've wanted to do it for about 20 years, and every year a painter would come and make the offer to me, but the painter never spoke to me until I met Jeremy. After 20 years, I was finally able to do this because Jeremy's work spoke to me. He entered last year's Archibald very well with a very powerful piece. He's just a young artist, but he's got a great future ahead of him. So we connected instantly, and it was almost like I waited 20 years to meet him, because it was something that I totally imagined doing and wanted to do and wanted to be a part of, and I'm thrilled that Jeremy's had this success through the People's Choice. The people have spoken. At the end of the day, if you want to win the Archibald, you've got to convince a very select few people who really know their stuff to win that. This award is voted for by everyone that visited that gallery and saw every painting and decided which was their favourite. My heart is so warm right now. I imagine that Jeremy's mum, Annette, would be just so proud right now, and I should make the most of this opportunity. My charity is selling Jeremy's prints, and half goes to cancer vanquishment, and half, most importantly, goes to the artist. And we all know that our artists live, often our successful artists even, they live below the poverty line. So I'm trying to do all that I can to try and make the most of this opportunity for this fine young man.
Oh, that's incredible. Just about the piece though, Sam, how do you sit for a piece like this? Because in it, you're pretty reflective, and there's some significant detail in it too, including a picture that you're holding.
Yes, I'm holding a picture of his dear mum. And he told me during that sitting, he said, "Can you think of your dead sister, please?" He went there. We went there together. We created something powerful and emotional together, and Jeremy's come up trumps. He was very brave in the sense that I didn't know what to expect. As I said, I had no idea, and the fact that he told me something so confronting made me see that he was going there with this, and so we went there, and that's what we say.
You've obviously connected over something pretty life-changing. You've both lost women who are close to you. Do you take solace from that?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, are you kidding? Of course I do. I mean, I just wish my sister was still around because she'd be so proud of Jeremy right now.
Thanks,
I wish that Annette was still around because she'd be so proud of Jeremy right now. And you know, in the meantime, I suppose I'll have to do. I mean, everyone's ridiculously proud of Jeremy, but obviously we don't just share a connection with cancer. His mum also went through a serious brain accident before she got cancer, and I went through a serious brain accident 13 months ago. So we're connected on all kinds of levels. And yeah, I mean, you can just see right now how emotional I am about this whole thing.
And were you pretty shocked when you heard the news?
Oh, I was stoked for Jeremy. I mean, I was stoked for Jeremy because it couldn't go to a better artist. He's very, very, very good at what he does. Study his work. I mean, he's a technician of the highest order. I'm ridiculously proud to be part of this journey.
Oh, well, that's really incredible. Jeremy, very high praise indeed. Sam Johnson reporting there speaking to us from Melbourne.
Thanks, Sam. Very kind.
Thanks, Jeremy.